both started to notice their necks more. And I think that we're all very good, and women have been great about putting things on their face, and then they forget their neck. All of these things that you put on your face, you can bring down to your neck. But the neck skin is a little different.
Yeah, it's sensitive just like the eyelids. So I tell people the eyelids, corners of the nose, corners of the mouth, neck, they may need a little extra cushion with a moisturizer first, or sandwiched with a moisturizer.
So pay attention to that. Don't forget to go to the neck, down to neck. You can have a neck-specific cream like a Neck to Firm, or use your Alpha Red, or what else you use?
The Skin Better Neck Perfecting Cream.
Yeah. So you can choose something that's specific for the neck, which is really nice. But if you're not going to add the additional product, take at least what you have. Make sure you add the extra moisturize, and don't forget your sunscreen on your neck, especially if you're using a cut-down shirt. You know, your neck is always
especially for women. That's our danger zone, because we wear low-cut, round-neck shirts all the time, and you forget to put sunscreen there. And that's where you're even getting hit in the car when you're driving. And I tell people, like, this is our danger zone. That's where you age more, too.
Absolutely. So don't forget the neck. That's, I guess, the key word here. We are very privileged that we can get a lot of these things in our office as samples or at whole price. I mean, I love the Triple Lipid Restore, for example, because it has an amazing smell to it, and I love the texture, and it replenishes the skin in a way that I haven't found many other moisturizers, except for maybe like Oil of Olay.
Yeah,
I really do think
that is literally one of the goats, man.
Yeah, old school Oil of Olay is fantastic. So if I'm out somewhere and I forget my skin care products and I'm going to CVS, there's a couple of go-to things that I'm like, okay, if my skin needs moisture, I'm going to go to this.
Right.
And we might go check some of these products out at a store and showcase them to you guys.
And show you kind of what we would recommend over the counter if you want to start with those kind of options.
Yeah, because it's not just skincare products, but I also do a lot of wound care. And there's amazing wound care products off the counter that I send my patients to. And there are times where you do need the medical grade that's in my office. And it's about keeping the patients directed to what they really need at that one particular time in their life, and getting them access to it.
Again, my responsibility, and I know it is yours too, is to be able to have something for my patients that they can afford long term. You never want to give them something that they can only buy for 2 or 3 months and then get the benefit they like from it, but not be able to afford it long term.
Yes. So. And the skincare products go to that analogy I made on an episode earlier, where your face is like a bed. Okay. So that bedspread is your skin. So you have to start with these products. You have to start here. That is your daily maintenance. If you're coming to me for a facelift and you don't have a good skincare routine, then that's a problem, because you're not going to maintain that as long as you want.
You're not going to get the best bang for your buck.
You're not going to get it. You can come and spend tons of money on microneedling, lasers, but you have to maintain that forever in your day-to-day life and in your routine. It's about your self-care.
It's all about the maintenance, is what I usually say.
And I love a great facial.
Yes. Facials are fabulous.
Do you get hydrofacials?
I do the hydrofacials. I actually do the Diamond Glow at our office.
Okay.
Yeah, I've had that done a couple times, and it's really nice.
I've had a Diamond Glow once. I do like the hydrofacial. The hydrofacial you can actually take to your scalp as well.
Really?
And do some scalp treatments. Oh. Yeah. And everything's about the hair.
Yep. It's always about the hair.
Yeah. The hair is something we could do a whole episode on. Hair.
Yes.
We do sell a lot of Nutrafol in our practice.
And I also do PRP in the scalp for hair growth.
Me too. I have some amazing pictures we can probably show. I'm sure you probably have some from your patients. It really works extremely well. And you got to nourish from the inside. You got to do things from the outside.
Including Retin-A. Did you know Retin-A helps with hair growth around the hairline?
No way.
Yeah, so when you take it up to the forehead, it promotes blood flow in those areas. So kind of just like minoxidil or Rogaine does.
Do you see my mouth is like open? I was like, how did I not know that?
Yeah.
That's amazing. I'm going to start putting it in my hairline.
Sliding it up.
That's awesome. Everybody asks me, Doc, what do you do? And I keep saying that I'm going to make a list. So here's kind of like the list. we'll itemize it and put it on our IG and showcase what we use so that people can have that. We're also going to give you some alternatives off the counter.
And then I'll do the link for the store for our practice that we have, because we have a good link, good website where you can get some of these other medical grade products without actually having to come and be seen.
Yeah, our online store is phenomenal. We have specials going on there all the time too.
Where we should have some coming up.
Yeah, where you can get not only access to the products with some discounts, but also injectables and other things like that will augment your regimen. But it's also nice to know that you can go and from the comfort of your home buy these products
and have it delivered to your front door.
But I do think it's important to have a consultation if you're not sure, and if it's your first time trying something.
Yes, please do not spend hundreds of dollars before knowing.
Yeah, before you know. Just see Andy, see myself, see one of our estheticians or one of our other board-certified dermatologists or board-certified physician assistants that do this every day.
Yes.
That way you're not just simply going try and error on your face. We can at least guide you into some of the categories. And just because, you can see, just because I use it doesn't mean you should use it, right?
Right.
Because we both have great skin and we use completely different things. We have themes, right?
Right.
Cleansing, antioxidants, replenishing, sunscreen protection, but you can find good products of any different kind. It's about making sure that your sensitivities are paid attention to and you're not going to use something that is going to make you break out. I think it's really important to just keep it to the themes and have it tailored, but that consultation takes you about 15 to 30 minutes and then you can go on to
and do whatever you
online.
Want. You don't ever have, I tell my patients, you never have to buy stuff from us. Just let me help you. You don't even have to come back and see me if you find stuff over the counter that works for you, but I want to get you started. I want to do it together so you can actually spend the money on what's going to work.
A lot of people are getting products from foreign countries.
Yes.
Do you see that a lot?
I do. People bring in Korean skincare that I can't even tell you what the ingredients are in it to even tell them that it's good or bad. Some of them like what they're using. Some of them are like, this tore my face up. Now I need you to fix my skin barrier. So I've seen the best of both worlds from it.
Yeah, I haven't had a lot of people. I'm in Hickory, North Carolina, so that might be a place where maybe the Korean skincare line hasn't reached yet, but it was a whole session in one of our aesthetic meetings because we're seeing that a lot. So I'm going to try to learn and understand more about it myself. I always worry when people get things where I can't read the ingredients because I don't know what's in them.
Especially if you have allergies or sensitive skin.
Yeah, especially. Not everything that is expensive is necessary, but sometimes when things are too cheap or too true to be true, you need to kind of look and dive a little deeper to know what they're being made of. And I really, at this point, don't know enough, so I'm trying to educate myself on that. I just wanted to know if you are seeing them.
Definitely seeing them. I haven't personally taken a deep dive into it because there's just a lot of good stuff here. Now, I do feel like a lot of the overseas Korean sunscreens, even sunscreens in Italy, are a lot better than the U.S. because the U.S. hasn't changed their sunscreen patents since like the early 90s. And the pollutants in the world are just getting worse, so nothing has changed with the sunscreen era. So even when we went to Italy last year, I stocked up on some sunscreen over there that I know we don't carry here because I know they have better products. So that can definitely be something that I would suggest if you're out of the country. Get some good sunscreen because again, the U.S. just is lagging behind in that.
I've had friends of mine go to France and love to go to their pharmacies and buy French products as well. I don't speak French, so I wouldn't know what's in them. I guess if somebody gave me a recommendation, I could go. I don't really even know what to look for, but I think it's fun to try new things as long as you know and understand what your skin does when you use different products.
I think a lot of people still struggle too, whether or not knowing if they have oily skin, combination skin, dry skin, and they don't know like the tips and tricks of having to being able to figure out what type of skin you have. And it's as simple as washing your face and letting it air dry, and 30 minutes later, if your skin's oily, then you have oily skin. If your skin's dry, then you have dry skin. So you put nothing on after you wash it. But that can definitely help you go in the direction that you need to go in.
I've always had slick combination skin for most of my life, and that is definitely changing, and it changes where I live, It changes with the type of water that's coming into my house.
Right.
Whether it's well water, hard water, city water.
Mm-hmm.
I have a filtration system in my house now, and I can see
the difference.
Yeah.
I see that a lot with teenagers that go to college, because the showers at the college, some of the like shower heads are caulked on and they can't change them out to put filters in them. So I can have my teenage kids completely clear with their acne, and they go to college and come back so broke out, and I'm like, it's the water. So start washing your face with bottled water, filtered water, stuff like that, and then it clears them right back up. So yeah, filtered water, hard water, that all makes a difference, especially in the pH of the skin.
Yeah, I can totally tell when I need to change my filter at home because of my skin and my hair.
Right.
It's crazy, but it's true.
Yeah.
Not like we're saying go buy Avion water, right? Because
No.
there was this whole trend where people are like, you got to get these expensive bottled waters. But we're saying pay attention to it.
Right.
And that some of it may not be in your head. It really is related to environmental things that you can't control, like the fact that we're experiencing second winter right now, or that maybe your eyes a little puffy secondary to allergies because it's allergy season.
Because everything's yellow, including my car.
Yes, everything is yellow. So everything suffers a little bit. In the winter, we're in a drier environment. So we're going to feel that dryness on the skin. So you might have to change how thick your moisturizer is or how many more times you moisturize a day.
And I bet you did not know, by laying in the dry heat in the winter, just the heat being on in your house is pulling 8 to 21 ounces of moisture out of your skin throughout the week. So again, that's where people come in, their eczema is so flared because they didn't know that was just pulling more moisture out of them too. So again, it's just, second winter, like you said, the heat coming on, heat going off, our skin just can't rebound that fast.